Welcome to the board meeting, Wednesday, October 2nd for Clay Club. I'd like to open the meeting. We do have a quorum. First off, I'd like to do I hear a motion to approve our September 4th meeting minutes? Second. Okay, have a second. First off, I'd like to thank you, Gretchen, for coming, and let Gretchen have the floor to talk a little bit about our social committee, and hopefully I can answer any questions that you have upcoming.
Briefly, I just got back yesterday, so these are my notes. It's October 31st is our next happy hour, and we're just I'm not pursuing us providing the alcohol at this time. We're just gonna do the bring your own bottle again. It's just, I never know.
Easier. Yeah.
It's just easier. We're gonna do a taco bar, which we will provide the ingredients. We're not asking people to bring anything like a,
Wonderful.
so it'll be us. I have a meeting with my committee Saturday, so we'll be getting into all the details. Our theme tentatively with just the social committee, Penny wants to do a Day of the Dead type theme, so, but costumes all around, so anybody can wear anything they want, well, within reason.
Within reason, I like how you said that.
Let's see, 4 o'clock. I'm just going to say 4 to 6, and we don't need it till 8, that's just too long. Let's see.
People can linger if they'd like to. We have the area until 8 o'clock.
Yes.
So.
Let's see, that's pretty much it for the Halloween. I do have a question on the birthday cakes, we're now taking that over.
Yes.
If you could maybe just give me an idea of what days you want me to do it, and,
The 15th of each month.
okay, 15th. And do I get those from Safeway?
Thank you for doing that.
Not a problem.
Wherever you choose to get them from.
Oh, okay, so
Safeway,
I just,
Albertsons,
in
Fry's.
one sheet, or
Oh, yeah, just a quarter sheet is plenty.
quarter
Yeah.
sheet?
And sometimes Shauna mixed it up because she liked to bake, so sometimes she.
I don't.
Okay, I'm just
I'm
telling you.
gonna stop that right now.
Oh, that's over.
That
Turn my oven on.
I thought I heard Deb volunteering to bake, is that right?
Oh, yeah, did I hear?
Sure,
So
whatever.
15th of the month and quarter sheet or equivalent. How's that?
Oh, that was cute.
I'll say equivalent. So okay, any other? I guess we're gonna continue on with the sock tree. Jude asked
Wonderful.
if we're gonna do that, so we hadn't thought of it. And Deb, I mentioned to Deb that the last couple years at the Christmas party, people have been modeling underwear. And just from the peanut
You
gallery.
realize we're being recorded.
I know, I'm just saying, from the peanut gallery outside, there was a lot of unhappy people with that.
Oh,
They
there
didn't
were.
particularly care for that, they were kinda
Okay.
grossed out by it, so we're not doing that. I mean,
Okay.
if they want to donate underwear, that's fine, but we will not be modeling underwear.
Well, why don't we just promote the underwear,
Yeah,
but
that's
not
fine.
model?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
just
right.
regular, not
Jan-
to find some odd things, cause that was kind of a challenge. You know, people put out there, oh, let's find the funniest
Yeah,
stuff that you can find.
I don't know, I didn't see it, I didn't attend either one of those,
Uh-huh.
so I missed both them, so I don't know what the deal was, but a
Okay.
lot of people were just like, ooh, don't
Okay.
do that again.
But they still need underwear for the
Yeah, in my
That's
shelter,
fine,
it was
yeah,
really.
That's
the
fine,
shelter.
and what I'm thinking is we'll
But
put the
I
sock
also
tree
had
and then put
a
just a
big
basket
tree
of
by the
other
time it happened.
other clothing donations or unmentionables or something.
Just,
Oh,
yeah,
that's-
just
that's a good
underwear,
gonna say
undergarments,
I'll
undergarments.
just say unmentionable.
May I ask, who do we donate these to? It's a women's shelter, right?
I don't know.
Leisures in
Or
Phoenix.
a church?
Janet
Janet.
Jan Smith
I
knows
guess
who
is
it is.
the one
Okay,
that knows
Janet.
all about that.
I'm getting a whole different picture of this club.
Okay,
I mean,
I know that it was
I
a foundation or a women's shelter
Yeah.
or
Which is fine and
something,
dandy, I don't
men,
mind doing
women's,
that, I
whatever
just,
it is.
I don't know.
I just like
I
to
don't know what it was that happened or any of that stuff, so.
Okay,
Okay,
I am, on to Christmas, I'm working on the menu, I've got a quote, I need to go through all my past notes from past events and see if the pricing is on and so on and so forth, but tentatively beef stroganoff, chicken marsala, buttered egg noodles, a broccoli, cauliflower, carrot mix, tossed green salad, and I'm thinking about throwing in those kuglis, those potato cheesy thingies.
Oh, those are
You're
delicious. I'm smearing?
sneering, like,
Oh, no.
oh, does this sound okay?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that sounds good to me.
Oh, okay.
No, I was just.
Tentatively, and the social committee will be baking desserts, so
Wonderful.
we're donating dessert bars. They're just too expensive, and I don't like their desserts anyways.
I agree.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not big on
so we're working on that.
Another question for you.
Mhm.
Are there any of those dishes that are gluten-free?
Yeah,
We
you
do
good-
need to have a
I
dish that's
do
gluten-free.
believe
And,
that the beef stroganoff, one of them was,
Stroganoff,
right off the top
yeah.
of my head, I don't know, I'd have
because
to
it's
look at
got
it.
noodles, so that's not gonna be
Sorry.
gluten-free, but there are several of us that are gluten-free, so we do need to have a gluten-free option. And last year, we were told that the salad was gluten-free, but they put croutons in it, so that didn't work.
Croutons should be on the side, they shouldn't be on the
Yeah,
side.
they put them in and mix them up.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
So and we need to make sure they just put croutons on the side. And I think the chicken marsala, I think we had that before, and
Oh,
I
that's
wanna say
good.
that that's,
I love
That was
I
wonderful.
think that is
Yeah.
gluten-free, but could you just double check?
One of them
that?
was, and I don't remember which one.
Yeah, I'm pretty
And the
sure
broccoli,
it's the
cauliflower,
chicken.
carrots, that'll be fine.
Yeah, that's fine too, yeah.
Yeah, that
sounds
potato
perfect.
goulay, whatever thing
Oh,
that
that
was,
was
that was
great.
delicious.
But yeah, it would be just
Croutons.
nice to be able to know what is for those
Side.
people who need to watch it.
Gluten-free, be sure, and
No croutons.
label.
Of course, you can take off the croutons, right? No, can't do that because it's touched the salad. Once it's touched it.
So we do have a contract with the band, so we don't need to worry about that. And did we get an update? My notes are December 14th still. And we changed it to December 15th. Did we get
Yes.
an updated?
Yes, I
Can
will
I get a
get
copy
one. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so that's taken care of. We haven't come up with a theme yet, sorry.
No
We
problem.
thought about doing appetizer stations and dessert stations, but you know what? That's got to be kinda, I think, kinda spendy and
Yeah.
awkward.
I think with what you got going, and I wanted to ask you also about, you know, it's your call in the timing of when you want the band to play, and I'm thinking 90 minutes will probably
That's
be
more than
fine.
enough. We were thinking dinner at 5, social from 4 to 5, dinner right around that time, and probably another little half hour to 45 minutes of, let's see, 5 to 6. Maybe the band around 7. Would that sound good?
Let's see,
Or 6:30?
I thought we had the room for what, 5 hours?
Yeah. But
And is that
people
4 to
usually
8?
clear out.
That's 4 to 8?
5 to 8, 4 to 9.
Well, it's actually 3 to,
You know what, let me,
excuse me, it's 4 to 9.
I think it's 4 to 9,
Yeah.
yeah, that sounded right to me. So if you have social 4 to 5, dinner at 5, do your, whatever you're doing.
I'm sure around
That's
between
so-
6:30 is gonna be enough time for us, cause we'll probably have a few prizes and whatnot. Not sure what we're doing there, we have not gotten that far.
Okay,
We just know we're doing some things.
so when you know, then contact the band and let them know what
Okay.
time you want them to play.
Could I get with the contract, the information, contact information with the contract?
that's just what I was gonna ask you next. I'm gonna send you the update, so you have the updated version for the 15th over at Palm Ridge. And then I will send you also Dave and, I believe it's Cindy is his partner, and their contact information so that you can go ahead and coordinate
All right.
whatever you want to do there.
We thought about a popcorn machine, which is something we cannot do, but I think I talked to the facilities people and they said we could pre-bag it, like pop it and bag it and bring it to the,
Oh, Bob would love you.
facility. I love
For
popcorn.
Christmas
For
or
Christmas.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know,
A little
just
snack
something different.
before dinner to go with
Yeah,
your
during
drinks.
happy hour, put it out.
Oh,
Or I mean during
I didn't
social.
even think about that. That's
I love popcorn,
Yes, I
especially
do
the,
too.
especially that kind. We have purchased ahead of time an antler ring toss game and a Santa cornhole, so we're gonna put together a couple, like a tournament or something, I
Oh,
don't know.
fun.
We haven't
Oh,
figured that
fun,
out yet, but
fun,
we already
fun.
have the games purchased. Popcorn machine, appetizer, no, yeah, that's bring your own bottle. Betty and, a couple other ladies have been working on centerpieces, they're taking wine bottles and the clear ones are being,
We've got the bottles
the
back.
etched.
They were
Oh, they're already back? Okay.
They're back, they're in the back room.
Oh, okay, so, anyway, I actually saw that when we were visiting a winery, in Walla Walla, they had a whole tree decorated with those wine bottles with the
wow.
lights inside, the twinkle lights. That's really pretty, so.
Okay.
And that's gonna be the table centerpiece, and we'll probably we're gonna make extras for prize donations. I'm done.
You're done.
Sounds wonderful.
Very good, sounds great. I
Makes me
have,
hungry.
I have 2 things I owe you, and I'll get on those today, get them sent out to you.
All right,
Anything
then I
else?
need to get a cake ordered immediately, don't I?
Probably be good. Or you can
Yes,
go in
since
and pick one up. It's not.
Oh, we don't have to worry about it being decorated or
No,
anything,
no,
I
no,
could just go pick it up.
Okay,
Yeah.
Good
And
enough.
if you want to, you can ask them to put
I could just
happy
go to,
birthday
like,
on it.
Sam's
They
or
will.
something.
Anyway.
Just make sure it has a
Shauna
nice frosting.
Shauna didn't have a Sam's Club card.
Oh, I do, so I have Costco as well.
Yeah, just a quarter
What-
sheet is fine.
Frosting are you don't like? I don't like that really sugary frosting.
That one.
Yeah.
No, don't. Yeah,
Okay.
sometimes they have that whoopie creamy one.
The moussey one?
Yeah.
I like that one too. Okay, got it.
We're all on
Okay,
that.
and important decisions have been made.
We're done at the end of the year, the social committee, so that means, I don't know
No
who's
one
gonna
wants
take,
to stay?
Linda maybe, I don't know, but nobody else no. We said one more
Did you say
time.
Belinda? Or
Did I say
Linda?
that? Belinda.
Belinda, she does the windows and stuff, and she's so
She's-
artistic.
Yeah, I don't
Oh
know
my
her
gosh.
that well, but yeah, she
Oh, she's-
might, I don't know. But the rest of us said, okay, one and done, and we're not doing it again,
That's it.
so that's it.
Okay,
Just so you
well,
know, we're done.
I
Thank you, Gretchen.
appreciate all you
December
guys are
15th.
doing, and I would hope that maybe some of you reconsider, but.
Well, they're,
Thank
it's,
you.
they're free to, but,
Yeah.
no, I'm not.
Maybe take a poll on Saturday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's not bad idea.
They were pretty adamant, we meet once a month for lunch, and they're pretty adamant. Okay, we'll do it one time. All right, thank you.
Okay, we'll look for a
Thanks,
new
Gretchen.
lead and go from there. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And that I will add to my notes. So we'll put that out at the meeting that we're gonna be looking for a social committee lead then. Okay, couple things I wanted to hit is, our donations are back on. Well, Luke Air Force Base is on hold, as Deb had informed us that apparently they're having some problems with air conditioning or whatever it is, and they've got an abundance of things, so they've put us on hold. So they'll let us know if and when we need to start back up on that. And Sun City West Foundation, we are working with them again. We have until November 15th. And they are accepting any clay items that they can use to auction. So if you've made something that you really don't want, or you think somebody else could use, just put it there. They get money, they get, to help out all the other people in need. So it would be a good benefit. We're gonna do that up to November 15th, and then I will take them over at that time. Again, Bowls of Hope, same thing. They were talking about cutting it off on end of October, but since we got started a little late, they kind of forgot to put the word out to us. So they're going to accept through November 15th at least, so we can do Bowls of Hope. I put out a bag of B-Mix. So there's B-Mix under the wheel table, so if anybody has time to either hand build or wheel build some bowls, the club pays for the glaze and the firing. Please pitch in and let's get some help out there to our community. Oh, let's see, then we've got the sock tree going again. Okay, oh, and also in the back room, we have some of those items that were donated to us
Yes.
from past members.
Okay,
My thought is, those would be really nice items to also donate maybe to the Sun City West Foundation.
because we also have some of the Liana stuff in the hall closet.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, you know, that's a great way to honor them in my mind, you know, to help out other people in our community.
Okay, I'll take that on.
Okay, thank you. Okay, again, we've got new policies around the kilns. I've put the full policy on the bulletin board, so if anybody wants to review the full thing, it's there. There is kind of a reduced version of what people can expect that is hung up on the measuring board. So basically, it's a 15-pound weight limit, vertical pieces no taller than 23 inches, no wider than 13. And horizontal pieces no wider than 18 inches, no taller than 15. Reason for that is they're multi-purpose. It's one, you can't have a kiln all to yourself. We don't do that, we can't do it, we won't do it. And that way, with those limitations, there's still the ability to put in articles around it. The other item is very heavy, and to expect our kiln loaders to load it is not reasonable. There have been some times when we have asked people's help to come load their article, and they say, no, I can't do that because I have a bad back. Well, so do our kiln loaders. So if you can't lift it, don't expect them to lift it. If you have any questions regarding the weight, Odette has been kind enough to step up and say, hey, I will field those questions. I will help people figure out what they can and can't do. So bless her heart, I really appreciate that. Anyway, so the full policy is on the bulletin board, and the short version is on our measuring station.
Lynn, do we have a scale?
We do have a scale, and the scale, we actually, bless Mike's heart, we've got would you mind making a sign that just says scale, or 15-pound limit on whatever? Bless Mike Deal's heart, man, he just jumps all over things. We requested that he would put a little drawer under the education table, you know, the table where we have issues or whatever. And here I expected some big hefty drawer to be pulling down on this table. He's got a nice little lightweight metal drawer that slides out, a beautiful new little scale that's wide enough so people's things won't fall off
So
of
a
it.
25-pound piece should not be weighed on the drawer. You pull the scale out.
You pull the scale out, it's right now.
I'll put that on the sign
it's-
too.
Okay, yes, good idea there. It's right now, it's housed in this nice little foam thing, so it doesn't get beat around in the drawer. You
nice.
just pull it out, you set it on the tabletop, it weighs up to like 60 pounds, so it easily can weigh their 15-pound article or what have you. Thank you, Deb, for taking that.
What's the education table?
We're the oops table.
Oops table.
Oh,
We're trying to be nice.
That's a nice way of
That's the
saying it.
PC word. Learn from your mistakes.
Learn from others' mistakes.
By the way, I saw your submarine on that today. but
Yes, it's beautiful.
it
it's on the
looks
education
gorgeous.
table?
Yeah.
Only because they needed someplace
Oh,
good to put it, sturdy to put it. It looks very nice.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Check it out.
Okay, also our bylaws. They have to be posted 30 days. I had stated at the meeting last time that I thought it was 25. I was corrected, it was 30. So, and the 23rd, it was actually stamped the 20th, but we didn't actually post it till, I believe, the 23rd, morning of the 23rd. So on the 23rd of this month, if I'm counting right, I'll double check the calendar. Once we have met the 30 days, we will then, I will talk to Christy over at the rec center and have her give us a link, and then we'll send it out for a vote. So everybody, it's the only way to, in my opinion, the only way to do it is so everybody can have a vote in this. Okay, the red clay, we bought a couple of boxes, and we were all excited about it and had people trialing it and found out that it is not appropriate for our kilns. It's a low fire kiln glaze. So we have a box and a half and a little chunk in there that we have to decide what to do with.
Okay.
So, that noted,
Here's a
Oh.
dumb question.
Yeah.
Can our kilns just be set to a lower temperature
No.
to use it?
it's quite an ordeal to reprogram our kilns, and we have standards for a reason, and using that clay in there, what will happen is the clay will melt down.
Hmm.
It can't stand up in our kilns.
Okay, can we return the one full box to Blick?
No, we special ordered it for a trial.
Alright.
But what Blick has done since we did that is they've given us 5 of the large containers of the Blick colors, all in the primary colors and black and white, so that we could mix and blend every color. They are on the back counter, and people who want to have a little sample of them can do that. Can sample them and see how it goes.
I used some on the submarine.
You'll get back to us on that. You haven't seen it yet, have you? I like it.
It looks pretty, but it looks good.
And those things are 13 and change a bottle in the store.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. So, and I'm not sure what the big stroking code is. It's
About 19.
yeah, okay, so it's a good savings, significant savings. Okay, and monitors, I wanted to mention to you, and you can take that, lucky you. They are kind of forgetting to check the DLS out at night and just make sure tables are cleaned off, and the slot buckets.
Okay.
Make sure they throw the stuff in the garbage, and I didn't mention it to the monitor trainer this morning, and she was telling them about it. And to double line the slot bucket, I don't know if we need to make that change on the note, just to make sure you double line the bucket and check DLS. There are also a couple of things that, Gwen had pointed out last time she monitored trained, and you and I can discuss that to see if
Okay.
maybe that's something we can add to the note, and I don't know if, is that something Merle does now or continues to do?
Pardon me?
Updates to our monitor checklist?
Everything that I have done is on the computer, so anybody has access to it.
Okay,
If you need help, I'd be happy to help.
okay, so
Oh,
I can attempt to change, or Miss Spreadsheet can attempt to change or whatever. We'll take care of that, okay? Thanks, Merle.
You're welcome.
Okay, buckets,
Mhm.
here we go, I
Here we
think
go.
we got the bugs out of it now. We now have a directory online. It does not expose anybody's information any differently than what it does in going in and signing up for a class. We're very secure. The only information it will give you is you put in the person's name, or just even 3 letters of the name, and it'll pull up everybody with those 3 letters in it. It has their telephone number, email, that's it, no addresses, no photos. If you want to put a photo on, you can do it yourself, okay? First off, to go to the directory, you just go to member info, drop down to member directory, which is the second item down, and then you have to sign in to get it. So not just anybody can run in the club and do it. If you're not a member of the club, it's not going to accept you.
It was very easy to upload the photo.
So you just put in your email, and you put in your rec number, and there you get the information. Then, like Deb said, if you want to put your photo in, you just go back to member info. The first drop down is, number
profile.
information,
Profile.
number
Profile.
profile. And with that, you can just download your photo if you are willing to do that. So I will go ahead and send something out this, next Mud Times in regards to, this, and we'll talk about it at the meeting too. Okay. Now, moving on, sorry I'm blabbing on so long this morning. First VP, Ron, what do you have to share with us this morning?
Shall we skip me?
You skipped her?
That's all right.
Oh,
She's the last one on the list.
Last one, number 4?
Yep, she's on number 4, 401.
I skipped Deb, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right there. Pardon me. Miss Treasurer.
Yes, okay.
some information is, we did, the CDs, matured on September 9th. Before I left, we went to the bank, the best rate was 4.25 for 3 months. And so we reinvested, the initial, 50,000 plus all the interest that has been accrued since the beginning. And so, we just rolled that all in because we didn't need any of that interest accrued right now. So checking is $4,583.97. Savings $12,502.81. CD1 is $10,634. CD2 $21,268.01. And CD3 is the same, $21,268.01. On the 3 CDs, there's $139.55 interest accrued since, as of today, since we reinvested them on the 10th. These checking and savings account figures reflect that the kiln has already been paid for. So the kiln has already been paid for.
And one note I'd like to make there is on Friday, the kiln will be delivered at 8 o'clock. Dean will be here. I'm not sure that he has done the reimbursement yet.
Okay, I will check. I will check on that.
Because if he hasn't, he had made mention of making sure that that was done, and that is somewhere around $975. I don't remember
Right,
right
and I
now.
never did get the original invoice unless he sent it to you.
He said he will have that
Okay.
on Friday. You must have notified him on that because he
Okay.
made it a point to tell me he would
Okay,
have
good,
it
all
Friday.
right, yeah, I've been on him. I've been on him. Other than that, I think that's about all we got.
Thank you. Sorry about running over you.
It's all right.
Mr. Camarada.
Okay, so, committee reports wait till later? This is just what you have listed there, tool?
No, you can go ahead since we don't really have anybody from the committee here. All we had was Gretchen, so please go forward if you've got something
Sure.
to share.
Tool ordering and inventory, I've ordered a few things, nothing much yet. You'll see a lot of people.
Okay.
Now, do you want me to read each of the committee leads reports or just the highlights?
Just if there's anything that's changed, you don't have to, in fact, don't even worry about it today, you can kind of look at it and so that you can have it at the meeting. If people aren't there to speak to their items, then you will bring it up.
At the
You will
general?
talk about it at the general meeting.
Oh, okay.
So if you have,
There were a couple that people need things or want things.
yes,
Do we
if
wanna
it's
cover those
something,
now, or-
sure, if you know
Okay.
who needs something, needs people or items, that's what we need to know.
Okay, so education wants new bats for the classroom, for the wheel class. Let's see, nothing for refuge. Maintenance has a long list of a dozen things they've done, but they're not asking for anything. Same thing, media, safety, nothing, socials covered. Kiln, no, it's the kiln shelf people.
Laura, that's down at the bottom.
She wants, is that the shard person?
Yeah, they want someone, a committee to make shards or something, they can't keep up with it, that's, that's the gist of it.
Okay, so, at the membership meeting, if you would, just, maybe if she's there, you can say, if you'd like to say something, or I'll go back and ask them if you want to say anything, but those are the kind of things that we'll make note of, so that, we can announce it at the meeting.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And there's nothing really else, nothing else really significant as far as needs and wants,
What's the matter with the bats?
doesn't say.
Because there's hundreds of them all around the club.
Education,
There
wheel
are.
class are asking for new wheel bats for the classroom, that's, I
So
didn't
maybe
question
we
it.
should put 4 good bats back there and go through them, because I agree with Deb, we have like 100.
Yeah, when we packed
Yeah,
up for
there's a
the
bunch.
new floor,
Yeah.
there was,
And people out making things every day are looking fine with them. So we need to figure out what's going on there.
Okay.
So maybe, have a discussion with Linda
Okay.
and see, you know, what is the problem. So we'll investigate that. Education, Norma, you and I can.
Yeah.
Talk to her, that works.
Purchasing, that guy didn't even respond. And that was it. Everything else was just, okay, here's what we've done, here's what we're doing,
Okay.
which I'm happy to read it all if y'all wanna hear it.
Again, we like to give the committees a chance to step up and talk about it when they're in the membership meeting.
Yeah.
But when you're told, you know, it says no, nobody will be there, then that would be you, that would just say,
Okay,
hey,
I got you.
social's doing this, or.
Cause most of them
if
said they
all-
won't be there at the general meeting.
Yeah, yeah, then you would cover those at the general meeting.
Okay.
And we had, before you, when you volunteered to jump on, social is kind of the biggest, so we're trying to let you get your feet wet, so
Oh, you're
I'll
doing-
report social
okay.
if Gretchen isn't there, but she said she's gonna be there.
Okay.
So that way you don't have to worry about that right now.
And I've got IT, Facebook, and media, which is Jude.
Oh, okay, so,
So those three are the three that should be forwarded to me,
oh, okay.
okay? I did get Linda's, I think I got Jude's also, but
IT,
Jude's.
media. You said Facebook?
So it's Betty Cool and Amanda Hall.
Okay,
manage
so I'll
Facebook.
forward those to you.
And then the Gretchen one may as well, no sense of us doubling up, so I'll do the, you know, the social.
Okay, yeah, I've forgotten that, you told me that, I
That's
asked
okay.
her anyways.
That's all right.
Anything else, Ron?
Other than maybe in the next couple of days, Deb, if you could kind of walk through some of the procedure. Lynn covered it all, but it was all, I didn't have if I don't have a frame of reference, it doesn't stick.
Right, that's
And
not a
I'm
problem.
a little bit lost on the tools and all that.
That's okay, not a problem.
That's all I got.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Linda Halliday, monitor.
Monitor, finding monitors has been a struggle. You know, as I sent out another, Facebook, I know everybody isn't on Facebook, so I don't know what other means I should use to try to, I have a whole bunch of people that don't have any monitor times at all. And then another group that only has one, so, you know,
I would suggest, first off, I'd make sure they're not in a medical or exempt status.
most of those people have gotten a hold of me and I've talked to them and,
Okay,
you know, that's,
okay.
you know, and I understand if you get sick right away, we don't want you in the club,
But you can certainly
Yeah.
put a little, note together
Mhm.
to send to Jude. Jude is wonderful about creating something really nice, you know, if you give her the basics that you wanna put out there about monitoring, and you need to have so many visits, please sign up now.
Could she target an email to the people who have no hours yet?
Linda has already done that.
I have
Oh.
sent an email out to all the people in need of service hours.
Okay.
I'm going to follow up, I feel like I'm like harassing people almost when, you know, I keep at it, but, you know, a lot of people see all my posts on Facebook for, you know, the need, and I did a pretty good one this morning that explained that, you know, to be in good standing, you have to have your 16 service hours.
Very good.
You know, so, I'll follow up a little bit later in the month, cause we're running out of time. You know, and I get some people coming back at me, you know, when I sent the email that, well, I don't wanna be in the club, and, you know, you know, it's like, I
What is
just,
so noted?
I run an Excel report and, you know, so, you know, I have a few things noted now where these people aren't gonna come back, so I will not include them on future emails and.
How many of them are snowbirds? Are they snowbirds? Do you know? Do you know?
I don't have that in front of me. Most of our people are full-time.
Okay. then
Yeah,
I'm missing
Donna
it.
and I have kinda, you know, talked about how many people are exempt, how many people, you know, on all these other different committees, trying to figure out, do we just not have enough people to cover, you know, the 3 nights that we're open late, or, but, you know, maybe Dawn and I need to sit down and, really crunch the numbers and see what we got going.
Here's my take on it. You can only do what you can do. It's the lead a horse to water scenario. You put it out there, you let them know.
Mhm.
They've all signed off when they sign up for membership every year. I'm responsible to visit 24 times to keep my locker. I'm
Right.
responsible for 16 service hours to remain in good standing in the club. When it comes to December 31, if they have not met their monitoring hours,
Yeah.
they go in suspend status. They cannot re-sign up or work in the club until they make up this year's hours.
Yeah.
Once they're made up, then they're allowed to work in the club and go forward to sign up their hours. We did have to enforce that year before last. There were a few people that had a hard time with it, but it all worked out fine. Last year wasn't so bad, there were maybe 1 or 2,
Yeah, there wasn't very many last year.
you know,
They
so.
learned real fast.
So it may be a little more this year, but, you know, just sending out the notification, just a reminder, just a happy reminder, put it out in Mud Times. Everyone is responsible for 16 hours, and you might get calls, I'm exempt, well, that's fine, you're exempt, you don't have to do it. But, they need to know that.
I'd like to revisit the, you know, having a month after the end of the year to sign up, now that we're all electronic. Do you feel that that a month, so you
They-
have the
they do.
whole month of January to sign up?
I believe we did that last year.
Right, but I'm saying, is that extensive? It's all electronic, just rejoin the club.
But you can't do it until January first.
Right.
January 1st through the end of January.
Right, but I'm saying,
You
is
can
that too
sign
long?
up. No, I don't
Okay.
think so. I think that gives people
No, I think
plenty
that's
of
good.
time. We don't
Okay.
wanna be too rigid with it.
Okay.
And they don't get charged.
Until
What
after.
happens, Ron, is those who don't re-sign up by end of the month of January, there's a $5 late charge when they start up
That'll get through
1st of
eventually.
February.
No, not necessarily.
Well, it usually, believe it or not, it does kinda inspire them to get in here. But,
I'm hoping that people are coming back and will fill all these open spots, cause we really have plenty.
yeah, what happens is usually as we get down to crunch time, people are scrambling for spots. This year, what I would like to happen is every night spot to double up,
And I think
if
that's
we have to.
I think that's a great idea, yeah.
Let's wait and make sure all the
Yeah.
spots are filled in for all the other
Before.
times
Mhm.
throughout the end of the year.
Yeah.
Then if we have people scrambling, we'll have doubles and night spots so that we know the club is open.
Mhm.
People can come in and work
And know that
and do their
somebody's
stuff
here.
before the holidays and all of that, and know they're here.
That's great,
Mhm.
I like that.
We'll get some people who have reasons and excuses, but you know what?
Mhm.
Everything is online, you can do it from home.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you're in Michigan or if you're in Oregon or whatever.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
On the 16 hours, so they get to the end of the year and they only did 12 hours, so then they can't come in and do anything until they make up those other 4 hours, and then they're in good
Correct.
standing.
Correct.
If that's not enough of a incentive, maybe have we thought about adding a penalty, like if you're this many hours roll over, we add a few hours to it or something to make it to where, oh gee, I don't, cause otherwise I'm looking at it thinking, I'll just do it in January, February, I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
No,
No,
Okay,
I understand what he's saying.
I'm 4 hours short.
Yeah.
And,
roll it over into next year.
well, not roll it over, but those 4 hours now turn into 6 hours because I didn't get them done in a year, or something like that. where there's a
Oh,
little bit
So,
of
gotcha.
so
thing.
penalizing. and
penalizing them.
Adding extra hours on.
Just a
We,
thought.
we can't do it for this year, ethically, because
Not enough
nobody was
time.
known, but
Yeah.
if we do want to change it, but it would also be a policy update?
Yes,
It
it would
would
be
be
a
a
policy
policy
change. We could also
My-
just late fee up to $10, and maybe that would be more
Yeah,
incentive.
put
There
a
you go,
cash
that's-
incentive on
that
it.
is
Oh, I think that's a great
Make
idea.
a pot, there's what, 5 of us,
Yeah,
5 ways?
He's
I'm
joking,
gonna like
folks.
him.
Joking.
My
I
thought
think
is
it's great.
this, is that first off, we're a club, we're a fun club. There are just very few people that say, I don't wanna do it. Most people are so giving, they'll do their 16 hours plus. And for those few people, if we just hold them back from not working and that works, let's go with it. If it becomes a big deal and it lingers on, then something like that does sound really, really feasible. I mean, it does. Now, as far as the late fee goes, that's actually a different scenario because we're just talking about people who are signing up late, not
Right.
people who are not getting their work done.
Oh, I see, okay.
That is, but you were worried about them not signing up fast, so if they signed up after. You
Okay.
know, some people don't care for $5, but if you start raising it to $10,
You know,
It
and I
gets
have,
the
I have
person
quite a
on.
few people that have monitored 5 times or
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
do 6 times, you know, just to keep.
I've monitored trains,
Oh,
and they'll not
I
do it.
know.
But I love it.
I saw
love
her
that.
list came out the other day and I texted her and I said, look, if
Yeah.
call me at last minute, I'll sit there, I don't care, I can do paperwork or read a book.
Is it tonight or tomorrow night that
Tomorrow
we're
night,
short?
tomorrow night.
We have no monitor. for
Is it
tomorrow.
consistently the same group? I mean, majority that.
The same
ends up
people who are
short?
canceling, you mean?
Well, I mean, that are short at the end of the year, short of the
Oh.
hours.
I don't know if this is a typical thing for October, I mean, all summer, it seems
Yeah.
like I've been
It is.
like pulling teeth to get people to come in, I
You know, there's a
so-
lot fewer people in October, and that's where we come down to that issue, that it would be nice if people who are here all year long
Yeah,
would do their time in the
In the
summer.
summer.
yeah,
But then again, there are some people who are gone most of the summer, so we can't say, you can't have rights to signing
I
up
know.
other times of the year.
Yeah.
That's not right. Everybody deserves the same grace.
Is there a need to have the club open 3 nights a week all through the summer if we're that short of people? Would that make a difference,
If the
or-
people don't show up,
Yeah,
then we close
we
the club.
close it, yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
But you don't wanna take away hours that the rec center has assigned.
Yeah,
Right.
We actually can open, I found out, we would have to apply to the rec center, but we could even open longer hours on Monday or Friday or
Really?
what have
Well,
you.
cause the glass is
Yeah,
7
they're
days a week, they're open till 8 o'clock, or 6 days a week, they're open till 8 o'clock.
When they're open.
When they're open,
oh, when they're open, I didn't think they were open that much, yeah.
those are their hours.
Oh,
Those are the hours, but same rules they have
Yeah.
probably if there's not, what, 2 people,
Two
if that's your
people.
rule?
Yeah, and they've
They're
got,
closed lots.
they've
of
got
times.
challenges with the extra room across the hall
Mm-hmm.
and all that, so it's not ideal for them
Yeah.
either.
I tell you, I get calls at 8 in the morning, at 8 at, you know, I mean, you know, people are, or 4 at night, you know, people would, I'm here and I'm here alone, and, you know, I say,
Close up?
yeah, close up, that's what I say, it's like, you know, then somebody will walk up, and so then they get to stay open.
Yeah, I used to
so-
teach them to stay open to
Yeah.
8:15, 8:30,
But
but
they're
outside.
not, they're
Yeah.
not supposed to be in here by
Oh, they're
themselves.
not, they sit
Yeah.
outside, just like I told my girl, you just stand against the
Yeah.
wall until somebody else shows, if they don't show by 8:30, they're
Yeah.
gone.
So let me just ask, and as a member, not as here, so if I'm monitoring, or my wife's monitoring, she gets here about 5 or 10 to 8 to get it all, she shouldn't be going in by herself, opening the door and getting it all set up for that person to come in at 8? Is that,
She shouldn't.
No.
okay,
She should wait outside till someone else shows up.
so she had to just sleep in and come in about 9 when the people are piled up?
Well, there's a way.
That's a great idea.
Except on Wednesday
Actually-
morning fun when they're lined up down the hallway.
Right? Actually, her husband should just come in with her each time.
Yeah, her husband already does.
Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, thank you. All right, education, Norma?
Okay, well, things are going pretty good. We do have Wednesday morning fun now, and it'll start October 30th. And that's me, I'm teaching. the next big thing though on the list, and I think everything else is going great. I haven't heard any problems in
There's
education.
a
as
ton of
such.
new classes.
Yeah, the classes are just,
Which is wonderful.
yeah,
That's great.
And they're filling up quickly, which is
Yes.
even nice too, you know?
yeah, the outside, yeah, well, not outside, but our inside teachers. But the thing we have to find right now is I was informed that, Trish, who makes the beginning hand building.
Yeah.
Books,
Mhm.
she resigned.
So,
She's not making any more as of the end of this year.
so you will
I think it's the end of the
maybe
year.
put something out, that we're also looking for someone to do that.
Yeah.
Starting beginning of the year.
Mhm.
Is that the packet of documents that are stapled together, that,
Well, it's in a booklet, yes, for the beginning hand building classes.
it's a booklet now?
Sure.
Oh, that brings up another thing. There's been a lot of requests for the ability to buy a handbook. So my thought is, we could put together just some black and white stapled together front and back copies and sell them for like $2 for people who want to know what the beginning hand building now has to offer.
That's a good idea, I'd love to have that.
And it was also suggested at the last general meeting that we're gonna have patterns at the front desk, so that people will stop using quarter and lock them up in the beginning hand building. And then they have to sign out for them and it has to sign back in.
Okay, so I hate to say
Or you
this,
give now.
but, could you manage that and see if Trish is willing to make those copies? Or do you want
Yeah,
to
we'd
make
have
those
to make-
copies,
I
or do we
just-
have a volunteer that will come in and do it and could get?
We'd have to make them out of foam, just, the copies.
No, I'm not talking about those,
Oh,
I'm
I'm
talking
sorry.
about, let's talk about the booklets
We're on the book
first.
back.
Yeah,
Okay, so the
yeah, if we could just run off 10 copies, front, do the front and back off of maybe the copier out front.
Right, because it's cheaper.
It's so cheap that
Yeah,
way.
and I mean, I can do it at home, cause I haven't gotten,
If you're willing to do that,
I
that's
haven't
great.
gotten a laser printer from the club since I started, so could I have laser printer cartridge?
Oh, I'll order one for you.
No, I get it
Yes,
cheap.
yes.
I was gonna say,
I
no,
got-
mine's
He's
just a
pretty
regular.
good at looking at cheap stuff too,
Yeah,
so
all
we
right,
might
all right,
talk
we'll-
together.
we'll
No, I was
exchange.
just
But
messing,
yes,
thought you
I
wanted
would
a new
approve
printer.
that.
Yeah, no, I don't want a new printer.
Yeah,
I
I know
love
how
my
much you're
printer.
printing,
I love my
that's
Yeah,
fine.
as long as it's black and white, cause I don't have color, so yeah, I can do that.
Black and white's fine,
That's fine.
it's just a $2
Who has the
to
master?
cover the cost of the
Oh,
print.
we can get you a book, that's no
Noreen
problem.
has the master probably.
Yeah.
Okay, because, yeah, I don't
I
want a
probably have it
copy.
online.
Yeah, I'll ask Noreen.
So
I don't know if
Deb
they
will
made any
handle the
changes.
printing of
Okay.
those, and the other item that we need to talk about are the bats that,
Well,
we've had,
let's jump to the forms that are being taken, that you said are gonna be at the thing. Who's making them, who's buying them?
Well, I don't know, I'm gonna have to talk to Noreen about that, but that's what she suggested.
Okay,
And, Noreen and I can sit down and cut them out if we want, we can make them out of
yeah,
the
Okay.
cheap foamy stuff.
will you take that one?
Yeah.
in? Okay,
okay. But then you have to find a place to put them at the monitor station also.
That's right.
to
we'll
check 'em
find
out.
something.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, whether they're in a little file where the wood forms are or something, we'll find a room for it.
Okay,
Dang, now I forgot what I was gonna
Let's see, that's probably about it, that's the most important thing, if Tricia's not gonna be doing it right
No,
now.
I was gonna talk about the bats. Terry was kind enough to donate his time and take some of our old bats. And he put foam down on them, so people who want to use them to trim their pieces for the wheel, it makes it much easier where they don't slide around, you don't have to put mud around it to hold it in place. We had discussed selling those, and I think that would be a great thing to get going. He's already got probably 5 or 6 in the back room for us. So I think we said, what, $15, $13?
I
Do you
think we said
remember?
15.
Was it 15?
I wanna say 15, cause you get the bat and the phone, and the
Yes.
phone was not cheap. We had a hard time finding it, and then finally did
Okay.
find it, so.
So, and he donated his time, he was very kind to do this for no charge, I think, okay, $15. Does everybody think that's a fair price?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, then they'll be for $15, and I think it's a great way to recycle our old bats and make something great for the club too.
Right. Now, in the spring run, when we started carrying the new rollers and stuff like that, we took some samples out of the drawer and just kind of displayed them at the table after the meeting, just so people knew what we have. With all the snowbirds coming back, might be nice to do that. We'll put one of the bats out, whatever, and then they can go to the monitor afterwards to purchase things, but, kind of put a couple of those.
At the general
rollers
meeting?
At the general meeting, okay?
So you're saying that's my job?
Well, that helped you with it to start, but I think that was very well received at our spring meeting. And then, it's summer, but I think we could do that again, what do you think?
Just discussion about the bats, is that what you're talking about?
No, just, to put a bat out and say, these are for sale now, the beginning hand building books are for sale now.
Yes.
We'll
I
just
think
go
that's
over,
great,
yeah,
if we
we'll
can get
go
all
over
of this in
everything
place before the meeting,
before the meeting,
that'd
actually.
be awesome.
Yeah, I think showcasing all the changes that have been made and the improvements and accessibility.
Wonderful idea.
I think we need to showcase all the things that we've implemented that make coming to the Clay Club
Yeah.
even more fun.
Yeah.
Okay, I can ask Noreen for a couple of her cups too,
Okay.
because she's made cups.
Just a
that-
couple, so
Just
we
a
don't
couple.
have too much stuff
Right.
overkill there.
Okay,
But yeah, if we can just lay them out on the front table, and
Okay.
after the meeting, people can come up and mull around and
Right.
touch and feel, and
so
you
maybe
can
I'll come in
buy.
early, okay,
What day is that?
next Thursday.
Oh, this meeting coming up,
Yeah, we don't wait.
October 10th?
Yes, it's the day
Yes.
after my birthday.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
That.
Yes, I
We
do.
haven't
It's on
forgotten
my
your
calendar.
The meeting's at 9, right?
Yeah,
So I can get here at 11:45.
not good enough.
Not good enough. I already get here at 8 o'clock with the donuts and coffee.
I will say, I have a work meeting I have to be at 11, which means I need to be out of here about 10:30.
Oh,
It'll be fine,
We
it's
can
fine,
manage
yeah, oh yeah.
So what time would you like me to be in?
8:15?
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, our meetings generally run 45 minutes, sometimes they run an hour. If you have to dodge out early, that's fine, as
Because
long
then
as
I
you
can
let us
just
know,
put everything back.
that's
As
fine.
long as I,
You don't have to
Fine.
stay there and say, do the show and tell, we can be there to manage that part.
I can do that. It's not,
So you want
The
the
meeting's
books
going
too?
to 10, I'm-
Oh, so you're
Yeah,
gonna print out
the books.
too?
I'll print off
The books would
Okay.
be great to have, we'll bring the wheel,
For bats.
the bats, the molds, if you have them by then, you and Noreen, or not the molds, the cutout.
Oh,
the
patterns. Yeah.
And what was your other item you were gonna do? Patterns and what? I thought you had another takeaway, other than, maybe it's just you and I talking to Linda about the problem with their
Yeah,
dogs.
Linda, yeah.
Yes,
I think that's it.
I think we're good.
Okay?
Mhm.
All right, anybody have any other input?
did you want me to do the 5-minute etiquette presentation?
Yeah, would you?
Yeah.
Wait till we're off camera? Okay, and there's no unfinished business or now, hold on, sorry about that. I will say that I did do the presentation to the Charter Club Committee yesterday, requesting some additional space for the Clay Club. Anybody wants to see that, they can go to YouTube, Sun City West Charter Club, for October 1st, and they will be able to watch that presentation.
Any feelings on how it went? Did you-
It went okay, and I think that most people are good with it. There, are a couple that I'm in question of, but, yeah, I think overall it went nice.
Good.
It went well.
Where would the space, do we know where we would move to, or?
Well, I can tell you now that apparently they are looking at possibly relocating the photo club. They have talked to them about it. And, it would be where we would get that small training room that's where the glass window is, that's always closed. And then there's a room back behind that where they take pictures and stuff right now. I'm asking for that as well, so that maybe we could set up their wheels back there and a small office, because we would be probably knocking through the office wall of the current office. Makes a little extra space. So that's the intent. I have been told that they may have to do something way different, because they didn't really wanna put in new sinks. They wanted to maybe turn it sideways and utilize some of our sinks in this room and do, the 2 rooms, cut up DLS down the middle and shoot it out. But I don't know that, seems to me like that would be a lot more expense, and they really wanna keep the expense down. I've also asked for additional space for the kilns. I've asked for space for 2 more kilns. We get backlogged when we get busy, and if they want us to be able to process through more people, I figure we can process through an additional 40 people if we have this extra room. So that means a regular 40 and then another 40, so we'll be able to process through 80 people a year rather than 40 people. We always have people who drop off. There's always 50 or 60 people that drop off each year, and then we have the new ones that come in. So I don't expect our club to grow huge overnight, and that's not the intent for this. The intent is that we have space for everybody to be able to
Right,
work.
and sometimes people say they know that there's a wait, so they don't even bother.
Yes,
So if they know that it's not such a long wait, they might, sign up more.
exactly.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
I know, I was one of those 12 monthers. I had to wait almost a year to get in.
I was 10.
You're 10 months. It's just the way it is. We're popular.
Okay, anything else? Do I hear a motion to close the meeting?
Yep.
And I second?
Meeting adjourned.
Is that official lingo?
Yes.
I put